Okay, buckle up, y'all. This is going to be a little bit of a longer one. I think we've got about 40 questions to go over here with this final practice test. This goes with TABE Language M. So if you have not done this on your own first, stop the video, give it your best try on these questions, and then come back and you can see the answers. You are turning this in with the annotation tool. I have provided video instruction on how to use that. You simply use that tool to either mark or highlight your answers. You save the file and then you submit it as your assignment. But certainly, if you have any questions on how to take this test, please let me know. All right, let's get going. Number one, which sentence is written correctly? It's C. As the speaker mentioned, we will have a break in about a half hour. So we have a comma after an introductory element, in this case, an introductory clause. We had some fragments and run-ons here in the other answers, but this is the only one that was the correct sentence. Okay, number two, it's the opposite challenge. Which sentence is not written correctly? And it is D, and this has to do with adjective order. French should come, as the last adjective before film. We've got some things out of order here. Okay, three, which sentence is written correctly? And it's B, the painting that hangs in the hallway has always been my favorite. The rest of these have some unclear pronoun references that make the sentence a little bit incoherent or hard to understand. So B is our correct sentence there. For which sentence is written correctly? And it's D. Their favorite movies are sitting on the second shelf from the bottom. We have in A the wrong two. We have the wrong two in B. Looks like we have the wrong there in C. So we're dealing with commonly misspelled or mixed up words in number 4. Okay, 5. Which sentence does not contain a conjunction? It's C, sentence 3. The conjunction in 1 is but, in 2 it is and in 4 it is yet. All right, number 6, which sentence is written correctly? And it's A, the weather report calls for either rain or snow tomorrow. This one is about correlative conjunctions. And remember, they come in pairs. And those pairs are not broken up. So either or is the only correct pair in this particular question. Okay, 7, which sentence is written correctly? And it's D, will you help me pick up the branches after the storm is over? This one is about prepositions and the meaning of prepositions. These other answers did have prepositions in grammatically correct places, but it was the wrong preposition. Like we wouldn't say at the garage, but the shovel is in the garage. Okay, 8, which sentence is written correctly? It's C, I will be singing in the concert next Wednesday. This one is about verb tense. Next Wednesday is in the future, so we need to make sure that we're using a future verb tense to communicate that. And this is future progressive. Okay, number 9, sorry about the squiggly marks here. I got a little bit offline on the answers, which happens. But 9 says, which sentence is written correctly in the past perfect tense? And it's A, Leo had earned. So in past perfect, the helping verb should be in past tense. So it's not has or have, it's had. And then we just have the past participle of the verb to form the past perfect verb tense. Okay. Number 10, which sentence does not use the correct verb tense? And it's D, sentence 4. I have to drive slowly in snow and ice. It should be I will have to drive slowly because it's something that's going to happen in the future. Okay, number 11, which sentence has the modal auxiliary? It's A, and it's can. He can do. Modal auxiliary technically is a verb, but it intensifies the meaning or action of another verb. Okay, 12, which choice best completes sentence 2? It's B, walked, because we're in past tense. We need to be consistent and stay in past tense. 13, which sentence is not written correctly? A, we have to meet in the dining hall at 2:30. Dining hall should not be capitalized because it's not a proper noun. which sentence is not written correctly. And it's D, The Hunger Games is a novel, so it should be in italics, not quotation marks. 15. Select the word that's spelled correctly for the blank in the following sentence, and C is the correct spelling of absolutely. Okay, 16 is punctuation of a compound sentence with a comma and coordinated conjunction. One of the fanboys, and in this case it's yet. And this is the one that works. We need the comma before the coordinating conjunction, not after, like in A and B. And for is the incorrect conjunction in the first place. Okay, 17, which sentence is written correctly? It's B, because if we say Davis's name to get his attention and then continue on with the sentence, we need to have a comma after it, just as if it's an interjection. Okay, 18, which sentence is written correctly? It's B. Again, we have this answer to the affirmative yes, or if it was in the negative no, but we follow it up with a comma and then continue on with the rest of the sentence. Okay, 19, which sentence is not written correctly? It's B. Before picking up Ty at school, Meg has to go to the library, pharmacy, and grocery store. Will go, or will have to go. Okay, 20, which sentence is not written correctly? It's D, sentence 4. We're missing the comma before we close the quotation marks. That is our correct punctuation of a quotation. Okay, 21, which is a sentence is an example of informal style, and it's D, this expression, listen up, and then also the contraction you'll, which stands for you will. So we don't use slang terminology, and we don't use contractions in formal style. Okay, 22, now dialect, remember, is not formal language, it's not dialogue. It is speech that's unique to a certain area, like the north, the south, the west, the east, or whatever, but written in a way that it retains the feel of that speech. So it's B. It uses this vocabulary expression, y'all, which is common to us in the south. Okay, 23, appropriate means in context B, suitable or proper. 24, in this context, the word logical means B, reasonable. 25, based on roots or affixes, what is the correct meaning of the word apathy? It's A, lack of feeling. Path means feeling. If we put A in front of something, it negates it, so it's not having feelings, a lack of feeling. Okay, 26, which word is most closely defined as strange or odd? And it's B, peculiar. I think they just wanted you to look that one up. Not that you have a dictionary. Which sentence uses the word carburetor correctly? It's B. Carburetor is domain-specific language in the world of auto mechanics, and so B correctly places it within the subject area that it belongs. Okay, 18, which sentence uses the word practical correctly? And it's C, something that is practical is kind of useful. You do it because for reasons of utility rather than whether they look good or or stylish or something like that. You're looking at the usefulness of something rather than its style. Okay, 29, the paragraph is missing a relationship word. In this case, it's C, additionally, because we're dealing with additional or added information. In 30, which sentence is written logically and correctly? It's D, and it revolves around this relationship language. Regardless of what is in the newspaper, we still watch the news on television. So ideas that are in opposition to one another, and this relationship word, regardless, communicates that. Okay, 31, which sentence is written correctly? And it's D. In addition to the author's instructions, you must also check the medicine bottle for other important directions. Again, addition, which is why we use the word or the phrase in addition. Could be additionally. That works also. Okay, 22, the paragraph is best missing an introduction. B is the correct introduction. How does the hurricane form? Why? Well, because all of the supporting details describe the process of a hurricane forming. 33, which addition to the paragraph would be the best way to transition from sentence 2 to sentence 3? And it's A. However, there are drawbacks too, so showing opposition between advantages and disadvantages. 34, the paragraph is missing a conclusion. Which of these would be the best? It's D. First of all, this language, as it turned out, shows that it's a conclusive thought. But it also kind of sums it up and tells us that everyone attended this final farewell, which we were told was sort of the purpose of the gathering. Okay, 35, put the sentences in the correct order. So it's B, 2, 3, 1, and 4. I'm not going to read through all of it, but just note that, the first sentence should be an intro sentence, the last should be a concluding, and the two in the middle should provide details that support the topic sentence. Okay, 36, we have another missing introduction, and it's D. The hospital's parking lot has a speed bump that visitors must be aware of, and then it goes on to describe where it is and what you should do, and so forth. Okay, 37, the paragraph is missing an introduction. Which of these would best introduce the topic? Tons of missing introduction. But C, food webs include carnivores, herbivores, and omnivores, which the passage goes on to define and describe. All right, last three questions here. 38, the paragraph is this time missing a conclusion. Which one is the best? It's D. We have this concluding thought. It remains one of the most popular landmarks in New York City. Okay, 39, which sentence adds the best detail between sentences 2 and it's C, the tons of debris are throughout the entire ocean. Sentence 2 talks about the 5.25 trillion pieces of trash. The sentence we're now having follow it tells us about that debris or trash. And then sentence 3 tells us about an additional effect of that debris building up. Okay, last one. The sentence that is correct is B. The room comes equipped with Wi-Fi, a mini bar, and a kitchenette. Looks like we have commas placed in the right position. Another example of the outstanding services of the new hotel. And so we have a hyphen and then a concluding phrase there. Some of the others here use this hyphen as incorrect punctuation between clauses. All right, that concludes all of TABE Language in lessons, the unit reviews, and the final practice test. You'll be post-testing soon. Good luck. I hope that this content has helped you do well and excel and meet your expectations. It's possible that you could be doing Course D. If so, I'll see you there.